Hello everyone, Josh here with Enemy Impact, bringing you guys some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And today, the superb Tay event finally dropped about a couple hours ago. I was able to finally get a farm attempt in, got my farm deck working, so I'm here to share it with you guys. But first, we're going to quickly talk about the event. It's your prototypical roaming event. I'm not really going to go into it that much. You know, you got your mission rewards for beating her so many times, playing against her so many times, and you get a special little hamburger icon if you beat her 3 times with Yami Yugi. Some of the cards that she drops is Meltiel, Sage of the Sky, Zeratius, Herald of Heaven, and Harvest Angel of Wisdom, which we kind of went over in a video a few days ago in our leak video. Now, let's see here. As you can see here, she has Meltiel, Sage of the Sky. Gain 1,000 life points each time a counter trap card is activated. If Sanctuary in the Sky is available on the field, you can destroy 1 card as well. So really, really cool. Really good combo with Divine Punishment, which I told you guys, I called it. Divine Punishment was going to be indeed farmable, but do not get too excited, because if it becomes too much of a problem, don't be surprised if Konami doesn't swoop in and limit it just like they did Chance Vigilance. And the reason why I think it might have the opportunity to be limited, now, it is harder to play because, of course, you do need that kind of terrible field spell skill, the Sanctuary in the Sky. And I actually have 0 because I never got it from my rare rewards during PvP any of the seasons, because it was never really a good card to get. I was getting all kinds of other rares. But now that this deck exists, I might have to get that next season. The fact that Sanctuary in the Sky wasn't farmable in this event kind of is a little bit irritating, because a lot of people probably didn't grab that card or enough copies of that card, because nobody thought counter fairy is really going to be a big thing, especially with Divine Punishment. Nobody thought that was going to drop. It just came out of nowhere, you know, in leaks recently. So it was like, eh. But, hey, I guess I got that to look forward to grabbing next season with my rare tickets, unfortunately. They just never really give you an opportunity to make a full playset of rare SR and UR tickets from the ranked tickets, because they're always adding more every month. So it's like you can never catch up. But anyways, so that's some of the rewards. Divine Punishment, as you guys know, activate only if Sanctuary in the Sky is face up on the field. Negate the activation of a spell card, trap card, or affect monster's effect, and destroy that card. So it's a really, really powerful card. Now, this is where I feel that it may be limited. Since it does require Sanctuary in the Sky, it kind of gets limited in its own right. By having to have that combo. However, unlike Chance Vigilance, this card has a way to be reused more times in a duel than Chance Vigilance could have. And that is because we also are getting Harvest Angel of Wisdom, 1800 Fairy Beater, 4-star light attribute. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 counter trap card from your graveyard to your hand. And guess what? As you know, Divine Punishment is a counter trap card. So you can reuse your already used Divine Punishments more than 3 times in a duel very easily, thanks to Harvest Angel of Wisdom. So, because of that alone, I feel like Divine Punishment, depending on how well the deck can be structured, we'll see in the next coming, weeks or so, especially in the KC Cup. I think the KC Cup will be a big indicator of how good Divine Punishment is really going to be in the meta, and is it warranting a limit. Like I feel right now, that with the Sylvan decks out there, how powerful and OP they are, that Magical Merchant needs to be limited. Can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm sorry, Magical Merchant with Sylvans is a bit busted. But anyway, so that's some of the rewards we get. We also get Radiant Gerald. We also get Guiding Light. Those are just some of the rewards. Zeritis, Herald of Heaven, is a 2100 beater, but cannot maintain itself on the field unless you have Sanctuary in the Sky. But you can also discard itself from your hand to grab Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck and add it to your hand. So, I mean, it's kind of like got that kind of system going on. It's kind of like the new hero that we got that was a 2100 beater for Element Heroes. He's kind of the same way, where he can grab the field spell himself, but if you put him on the field without having a field spell, he'll be destroyed. And he was also a 2100 beater, 4-star. So, similar concept there. We got a few little manga panels here for a character profile, Taya Garner. That's basically the event in a nutshell. It's just like every other event, except her deck could actually be good. However, don't get too excited. Now, I'm not saying it will be limited or limited anytime soon, but do not Just don't put it in the back of your just put it in the back of your mind and expect that it may happen. It happened to Chance Vigilance. It happened to Red Ass Spirit. And this is a farm card yet again. It could happen to Divine Punishment. But we'll see. Anyways, you guys were here to see the farm deck as well, so let's go jump right into that. Alright. So, dual replays. Paradox Brothers versus Taya Gardner. Now, we're going to pause and talk about a few things. We're also going to talk about the updated deck list that I made after I used this deck to be a little bit more, it's not pay to win, but it's not as free to play, the deck build that I'm using. But it's a little bit more consistent than this one. This one is like 100% free to play, to be completely honest. I mean, most of these cards, I think all the cards are actually farmable, to be honest. So, oops, we don't want to quit a replay, we want to pause. So as you can see here, we start off with all three of the Gate Guardians. Now you can bring Gate Guardian out right now and just start attacking their face downs. You can do that, but because she does have draw power monsters, you want to be a little bit careful when you're attacking. You might want to wait till the end to start attacking. It will give you a little bit more duel assessment, but not too much more, unless you're going to destroy like 10 monsters, which, you know, you may not get that off. But you want to be careful because she actually got some monsters that have draw power. Much like Taya at the gate at level 40. You got to be a little bit careful because she will have some draw power. And you running Elements, Elements Unite, you're going to be starting with literally only one card in your hand. So you're already going to be minus a few cards right out of the gate. So you're going to need some more draw power. This deck has a little bit of draw power with good Goblin Housekeeping, but that's it. So this is more or less a safe farm. Like, you know, this is to basically get your farm attempt off regardless. For 8k, but it's going to be a little bit risky if you keep attacking monsters early on because she could keep drawing and gain more cards, and then now you're in a bigger hole when it comes to, you know, deck advantage between you and Taya. So you don't want to attack any of her monsters with this particular build until later on. Now, if you got Shard of Greeds, which I'll show you guys that in the deck recap, the deck build, you know, analysis after this, you will notice that I actually start taking in a couple Shard of Greeds. That'll also be clutch. You can also put in Jar of Greeds. That's also fine. I mean, you can do any kind of draw power you can add to this, but you want to be careful because she does have Divine Punishments. She does have Magic Jammer, and she does have Sanctuary in Sky. And when she has Sanctuary on Sky with her Divine Punishment, she's going to negate almost everything that you play, and you got to be very, very careful because one of her monsters can actually nuke your monsters, and now you're in trouble. She gets rid of your Gate Guardian, you're screwed. So you need to be very careful. This is not a mindless farm attempt. You have to actually pay attention. So let's jump right into it. Let's keep going. Alright, now, this right here, Melteal, Stage of the Sky, is your problem. Each time a counter trap card is activated, gain 1,000 life points. We don't really care about that part. Here's the part where it sucks. And if the Sanctuary in the Sky is face up on the field, destroy one card your opponent controls. And that's what I was talking about. That's the combo. You do not want her to get off, so you want to be very, very careful. But sometimes when you do summon Gate Guardian, she will put it in face up defense position, so you could kind of, you know, run at it and destroy it. You could do that if you want to play more aggressive. Just only destroy that because you don't need any of her monsters to be face up in the end of the game because you're just going to be attacking directly any with Vassal. So at this point, I could have just grabbed Gate Guardian, but I was trying to play this out a little bit more safe because this was my first farm attempt. But now that I know that it worked, I can explain a little bit better to you guys, so you guys are more, you know, equipped and ready to go. But yeah, definitely you can just summon Gate Guardian at this point and start attacking directly, or not attacking directly, but start being a more aggressive with her face-up monsters. And as you can see, she summoned another one. We use good Goblin Housekeeping. We have counter here to counter her traps, which you will see it being in good use here very, very soon because she has Magic Jammer, like I said. So you got to be very careful with that. Spiritualism into Field Barrier, which is the other spell card we're running, the rare. That's really, really good because if you get rid of her Sanctuary in the Sky and you play Field Barrier, she can no longer play. And as you can see here, she hit me with Magic Jammer when I was trying to use Notebook. And, of course, we got a counter. So we were already prepared for it. And as you can see here, she has Skelengel, so she has draw power, like I said. So you want to be careful just going at all of her face-down monsters unless you're running a lot of draw power. So you can kind of see what we did here. And now we're going to select order of our cards, which we already did. Now, as you can see, I put down another counter. You always want to have at least one counter face down. And like I was saying with the field barrier combo, if you use spiritualism, she cannot negate that at all. So you're going to use spiritualism to get rid of her field spell when she plays it, and directly after play field barrier. And what field barrier will do will not allow her to use that field spell the rest of the duel, as long as that card remains on the field, which it will. So she'll never be able to play her field spell anymore. That means Divine Punishment is completely nullified for the rest of the duel. You don't have to worry about it. So you can go through literally the rest of the duel with just one counter and probably be perfectly fine. So it's really, really nice that way. Like I said, all this deck needed was a little bit more draw power, which I took care of in my second build, which you guys will see at the end of this video. But I wanted to make a real free-to-play version. Like I always try to make free-to-play decks, well, as free-to-play as possible for the majority of you guys. So I hope you do enjoy that and appreciate that. So now we're just getting into a little bit of a draw battle here. So now he's going to go ahead and grab Sanctuary in the Sky. Well, she is rather. She's going to play it. And I'm going to show you that field barrier combo very, very soon. You're going to see it actually. You might actually see it this turn, I believe. Was it? Yes, watch this. Spiritualism. Get rid of that field spell. Boom. Pop field barrier. Done. And then I just brought out Gate Guardian, because at this point I was like, okay, it's time to play a little bit more aggressive. I would like to get this done and over with. I was getting a little impatient at this time. I was like, all right, let's just do this. You can summon Gate Guardian right out of the bat, though, guys. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to sit there and wait on it. Like I said, I was playing a lot more cautiously because I didn't farm her yet before. I didn't even know what the full deck list was until afterwards. So I was playing a little more cautious, but we got her done, and it works perfectly like a charm. And we added a little bit of draw power, like I said, in the next build, which you guys will see when I do my deck analysis at the end. So now we can just sit there and attack. But now that I know that she has Skeletal, and I still got 8 cards left, and I still need to grab a little bit more of my Goblin Thieves here. My good Goblins. I wanted to be a little bit more patient with attacking face downs, like I said. If you have more draw power, and you don't need to worry about her Skeletals, then you can just attack like crazy. You can just attack every monster she summons. It doesn't matter. Then you can go wild, right? But, you know, we just wanted to be a lot more cautious here, like I said. Spellbook, you know, I line up my cards the way I want it. Spellbook again, just to get out of my hand, so it's going to get discarded regardless. As you see here, she's down to 1 card. We're going to go ahead here, and we're going to finish off with, we have 1 card left. And what's cool is we got 8,000 easily with this. Very, very easy 8,000 dual assessment with this farm attempt. So we got Union Attack, Union Attack, Union Attack. And then we just wasted our 2 Spiritualism just because why not? You know, who cares? Who cares, right? And we're going to go ahead and go for game here. And I did manage to pick up 2 SRs from this farm attempt as well, which was really, really nice. So we just used them to use them. Might as well get the assessment points, right? And boom, we went for game. 11,950 damage right down the throat. Good game, GG. Goodbye, Taya. And yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, that's the gist of it. That's how you farm Taya. You just got to be very, very careful. Watch your step. You know, pay attention. Don't try to just you know, zombie through it. You definitely want to pay attention so you don't mess up. Now we're going to talk about the updated build real quick. We only made slight changes from the current one that I showed you. But as you can see, this one is no longer free to play, technically, because I did add 2 Shard of Greeds. So what did I do here? Quick change, all I made was I limited Field Barrier down to 2. I took Spellbook. I went from 3 spellbooks to 2. And then with those 2 spots open, I then added 2 Shard of Greed. So that's literally the only little change I wanted to make. Like I said, you guys don't have Shard of Greed. You can play Jar of Greed. You can play Yada, Garasu. That's also fine. Just be very, very careful. You don't even technically need 3 Spiritualisms. If you want to be a little bit more patient with your farm, you can maybe get away with 2. That'll give you an additional spot to run either a 3rd Shard of Greed or, you know, whatever. Any kind of draw power that you want. But anyways, guys, that's basically the video. I hope you guys all appreciated the farm deck. I hope you guys liked the little overview I did. There wasn't too much to talk about. It's just another roaming event. But Taya's deck seems to be pretty cool. Counter Fairies look to be pretty dope. I won't be able to play them until I get Sanctuary probably next month, I guess. Or next season, rather, which ain't too far from now. But anyways, happy hunting out there for your fairies. Really cool deck. Divine Punishment is definitely the card to go after. Hopefully it doesn't get nerfed, but it may, you know, just you know, keep it in the back of your mind. Expect it. It could happen. It's happened before. So anyways, if you're new, be sure to go ahead and join our Discord in the description below. We're almost up to 1,150 members in the Discord, so we are getting there, guys. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers as well, so please subscribe if you're new. Become an Impact player today. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'm out. Have a great morning, afternoon, and evening. Till then, peace.